You're going to want to find an anchor in your life, right? An anchor in your life is a practice that you can partake in that can help ground you, right? It can help you to do just that, to drop anchor, to stabilize you. It's a practice that you do consistently, whether it's every day or every week, that can help you to be the best version of yourself by grounding you in your virtues, in your roots, in whatever it is that happens to be important to you. Okay, now this practice, whatever it looks like for you, has to be something that you're willing to do, and it has to be something that's going to help you to grow in some way. It has to be something that's going to help you to grow, and it's going to challenge you in some way. But it's also something that you have to enjoy to do, right? So those are the two pillars. Those are the two elements of an anchor. It's something that has to challenge you across one of those dimensions, physically, spiritually, or mentally, but it's also something that you enjoy. It's also something that you enjoy to do. So if it can challenge you, it's something that challenges you and it grounds you, and it's also something that you enjoy, that's your anchor. So what does that look like for you in your life, right? What does it look like for you? What can I do in my life that can challenge me, that can help me to become a better version of myself, that can help me to become a better person, or can help me to maintain the person that I want to be, but is also challenging enough to do that, right? It challenges me enough to do that, but it's also something that I enjoy. It's also something that I like to do. So an anchor for me is something that has to challenge me either physically, spiritually, or emotionally, or all three pillars at once, right? Something that can challenge you across all of those dimensions. A very easy one to give an example of is working out. Working out is one of my anchors. It's something that I can do that can ground me. It's something that I can do that can challenge me both physically and mentally, and in some ways spiritually. For those of you who work out intensely, you understand what I mean by that. And working out, I don't just do it for the fitness, I do it for my mind, right? I don't just do it for my body, I do it for my mind and for my heart as well. It's something that can ground me, it can help me to clear my head. So that could be an anchor for you. And it doesn't have to be one particular type of working out. It doesn't have to be just weightlifting or running. It could be walking, it could be cycling. You can find some sort of a physical activity that you can do consistently, that you will do consistently, that can help you to grow in some way, both physically and mentally. That's just one example of an anchor. Okay, another version of an anchor can be something that challenges you mentally. Reading could be your anchor. You could find books that can help you in your mental health, books that can help you in your spiritual life, books that can help you in your relationships. That could be your anchor, something that you can always turn back to. A great anchor book is a book with inspiring, powerful quotes, right? Quotes that can empower you and embolden you. Things that maybe some of the most famous influential characters and influential people over the years have said that you need to be reminded of. You can always go back to that book to anchor you to your virtues, to anchor you to what you want to be grounded in. And another anchor of mine is meditation, right? Meditation is also something that anchors me as well. It's something that can help me to allow my thoughts to become unstuck, especially as somebody like myself. I struggle with OCD and anxiety, so my thoughts often get stuck, and they're often intensified, and they're often come at a much more intense frequency than those people who don't struggle with anxiety and OCD. So meditation allows me to allow those thoughts to flow a little bit more freely. That's another anchor of mine because it's something that also challenges me mentally. Right. So another anchor for you could be maybe walking in nature. It could be my anchor is going to be something that allows me to connect with nature. Maybe it's once a day, maybe it's once a week, right? Some place that I can go to that can help me to connect with nature, that can help me to connect with something more than myself, right? That could be an anchor. Another anchor could be, and this is my particular biggest anchor, is prayer, is connecting with God and sharing with Him everything that's going on in my life. I've said this in one of my previous videos, is that when you're praying, you're not praying to inform God. Because a lot of people say, well, why pray when God already knows what's going to happen? When God knows your decisions, right? God knows everything. You're not praying to inform God. You're praying to involve Him. You're not praying to inform Him. You're praying to involve Him. And those are two completely different things, because the latter establishes a relationship with the Creator. The latter establishes a connection with Him because you share things, the things that you love and the things you're struggling with people that you trust. And when you do that, and in so doing that, you build a relationship with that person, simply spending time with him, simply going into a room by yourself. I'm talking formal prayer and talking to God like you would a friend, to involve him in your life. My friends, find your anchors in your life, right? You want to find anchors that hit each portion of your life, like as I said, physically, mentally, spiritually, sometimes across all three. Find your anchor, find something that can ground you, right? Because not only does it help you when things are going well, but it can also help you and stabilize you when things aren't, because it's things you can always fall back on, you can always go back to, right? No matter what it is that's going on in your life that can stabilize you. Because a lot of the times when people get overwhelmed by anxiety, overwhelmed by stress, overwhelmed by depression, they let go of the very things that have been helping them when they weren't feeling like that, right? When things weren't stressful and things are in chaos or in disarray. And so if you have these anchors that you can go back to, they can stabilize you and they can always be there in some way. So you find your anchor, you find your why, you put the time and the effort and the energy into building your anchor, into fortifying it. So that way it's there for you when you need it, when you can lean back on it, when you need a little bit more, when you need a little bit more groundedness, when you need a little bit more stability, a little bit more clairvoyance. You have these anchors to go to. They said to help you to be a better person, to help you to maintain being the person that you are, and can help you to stabilize you in times where you don't know what's going on. But you have to make sure that you have enough self-awareness. Am I growing? Is this challenging me? And do I enjoy this in some way? Is this something that I'm willing to put my time, effort, and energy into? Because look, life doesn't always give us roadmaps. It doesn't always give us the answers. It doesn't always tell us what anchors to choose. But what it does give us is moments and opportunities that we can use to build lighthouses and virtues that we can use later on down in life that can help us to make better decisions and that can help ground us. If that's something that interests you, hit that subscribe button because that's what this channel is all about. I post these easy to follow, pragmatic videos that can help you make better decisions later on down in life, whether it's your mental health, spiritual health, all of these different tools that I genuinely still use, I'm looking to share with other people. So stay grounded out there. Stay anchored. God bless, my friends. I'm rooting for you, kid.
Oh boy, the peas, the peas, the peas.
Ow. Ah, damn it. Shoot. How do I do that? All right, not bad.